is Christina Lynn. My business is Lynn Financial, and I love to talk about money because financial savviness is a skill that you can master. This next question is very interesting. It is regarding how much you should fight to get, what you are due in the divorce process. The question is, what do you do during negotiations if your husband is broke? Myself and apparently many women are coached to settle for a low number for child support and maintenance because that's what's realistic. But it doesn't seem fair, and it's hard to know what is wise, whether to accept reality or fight for what in theory we ought to receive. This is a tough question. I totally get it. It's important to remember that divorce is really difficult financially and emotionally for both spouses involved. I also understand that for women especially, divorce has a very negative impact on them long term. That's for a variety of reasons, which is why my mission is to educate people in this situation to make good decisions financially. But it is a little bit tricky because although I want you to fight for what is fair and equitable, I also don't want you to churn up unnecessary fees. This is fairly simple in some states because they have online calculators. You can go online and Google child support calculator for South Dakota or California, and the numbers are fairly cut and dry. Of course, your attorney might advise you to tweak those numbers, but I think that the online calculators give you a good baseline on what can be expected. After, talking to your attorney and checking out that online calculator, if those numbers still just don't seem like you're going to be able to get by on your new budget okay, try exploring other expenses that perhaps your spouse can help pay for that may not seem like a big deal now, but in your new chapter of life may really help you minimize the expenses. This is much easier to do prior to signing the divorce decree. If you can actually get this in writing in the divorce decree, it's preferable. That way it's set in stone. Both parties know that it's in writing and agreed upon, and you have something to fall back on should there ever be an argument that arises. But things that you can explore in negotiations, what your spouse could potentially pay for in addition to child support, are daycare costs, health insurance, medical expenses, which can include co-pays, deductibles, prescriptions, school clothes, school lunches, extracurricular activities. They can also set up a life insurance policy with you as the owner or a trust as the beneficiary for your kids. I'm going to come back and do a couple more questions later, but I hope that those answers helped you. Keep your chin up because you are an overcomer.